Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Travis John. It's been a while again. Yeah, it's been a minute. I don't know. There was a certain point where I wanted to do YouTube on a consistent level, but I just don't see that happening. I feel like it's more gonna be a thing of just whenever I have a standout idea enough to do it, I'll do it. But uh most days I just indulge in like art forms and whatever. So doing YouTube ideas or doing YouTube like that on a consistent enough basis is not necessarily my entire goal. But you know, when I feel to do it, I'll do it. So I feel to do it right now. So there you go. I hope you've all been okay. Most of you who like subscribe to this channel like probably know me or like know or like follow me on Instagram or whatever. And if not, like I'll put all my socials and all that below in case you don't. But most people do, so most people know I'm doing pretty good or like know what I'm up to. So anyway, I hope you've all been okay, all right and well, and truly well. Uh, I've been good. I've been very good. More so recently, I've sort of ventured back into plunged myself back into cinema, um, kind of just trying to gain a flow of consistently watching again. Because cinema is not necessarily an interest that just depletes from me. It just, there was a point where I just kind of stopped watching on a consistent enough level. So now I'm trying to get back onto that because a while ago, probably like 2 months ago, I ordered a bunch of films. Criterion had a sale, so I got some, and there were a bit of delays, whatever, a bit of issues that we had to clear up and all that, but we got it cleared up, and I finally got it. So yeah, it was annoying for a time, but I finally got some. I finally got them in a couple days ago, so I am going to I'm gonna speak about them. I feel like it. you know, stay if you want, but I'm just gonna talk about films. So, so yeah. Um, so I got like in total 13 films. I got a bunch of assortment of DVD, Blu-rays, and then this Blu-ray box set. A Blu-ray box set, Melvin Van Peebles box set. So in all total, it came out to like actually, I think it came out I guess in total like 16 films. But anyway, you'll see. We'll see. You'll see it. So um, I'll just start then. The first one I'll talk about is actually not a film I got from the sale. Uh, this one, Touki Bouki by Djibril Diop Mambetey. Uh, I got this actually last last 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I got it 2 weeks ago. When I met up with like an old friend who I hadn't seen in a long time. We went to the mall and we went to like there was a store called Now and Then, and they have a bunch of Criterion Blu-rays and DVDs. Sadly, they're very expensive, but I had to get this one just because I didn't order it, and that was one I was hoping to get this year. Um, this film is incredible. This film is stylistically, aesthetically, I guess, on point with. It's totally my thing. Like I adore the sort of non-narrative style it has, the experimentative nature to it all, the sort of way it showcases narrative elements more so through entire visuals and like sound and this visceral kind of fire that is not present in many films that I've ever seen. It starts off very poignantly and ends the same, and it centers around this couple who is trying to get out of Senegal and move to France, and there's no other way to explain it other than that. Simply, there's no simple way to explain it, but the visuals are very visceral and just genuinely fiery. Like there's a huge element of fire to this film that's unmatched. So Mr. Mambetey kind of crafted a beautiful work of uh, of sound and visual experiments that I adore. I adore this film. I had to get it. It was like $60 or like something. Um, but I had to get it. Amazing film. Do recommend these all, of course, and I'll put the names in the description also. Now onto the stuff from this sale. Some of these I haven't seen, so I won't go as in depth, obviously, with the ones I haven't seen. I'll just say the name and like a little thing of what I think they're gonna be about. But I'm in the process of watching them each. Obviously, the ones I haven't seen. This one I actually just saw today. A Man Escaped by Robert Bresson. Wonderful work. Completely visceral and gripping narrative that was a little bit surprising. But I love Bresson's use of just realism to a certain degree, not necessarily in dialogue, but in terms of sound and in terms of visual notions, very huge lack of dramatic effect or, emotion, I guess, which is something interesting, but it works completely. It works perfectly here. The whole time you are hooked to this narrative. Is he going to escape? This French freedom fighter who was arrested after like an attempt of revolutionary, I guess, attempt. Like he's arrested basically, and he's taken prisoner, and the whole time you're thinking, how is he going to escape? It's a more so of how, but the experience is completely simple, but the gripping narrative just really hooks you in, and you become slightly attached and to these characters, and hoping, even though the title says a man escapes, so he does, but how it happens is just wonderfully put together, very delicately made, very intimate work. A Man Escaped, Robert Bresson. This next one I haven't seen in any capacity. Well, actually, that's not true. I've seen like a few clips, but The Moment of Truth by Francesco Rosi. About a bullfighter, like a neo-realist kind of film about a bullfighter, and like I suppose and hope it shows like a heightened sense of realism, because that's kind of like the common theme with the films that I bought, like the common theme of like the kind of films that I like. So it's about a bullfighter. That's to the full extent I know of it, aside from like the description of it. I'm excited to watch this one though. Extremely excited to watch this one. I feel it'll probably be genius. I'm actually gonna watch this after, if not after, then tomorrow. But I'm definitely watching. I'm watching this one next. Moment of Truth. If you've seen any of the ones I haven't seen, do let me know your thoughts. I'd love to hear. Obviously, no spoilers. This next one I haven't seen as well. General Idi Amin Dada, a self-portrait by Robert Schroeder, which is a sort of, I've heard it's like a tug-of-war documentary between Mr. Schroeder and what Idi Amin wanted to be expressed in the documentary. It's like a subject tug of war. So, from a film perspective, it seems interesting. From a historical perspective, also incredibly interesting. Someone who is into history, or I guess more so kind of African history. So it'll be interesting to see this picture. I'm looking forward heavily to seeing this one. I've been meaning to see it for a while. I just thought I'd just buy it to, get it out the way. This one, I started, but never completed, just because I had bought it and like, I wanna finish it on Blu-ray. Ali, Fear Eats the Soul by Reiner, Werner, Fassbinder. Yeah, so I started it. I thought it was so beautiful. I thought it was I thought it was incredible. I thought the music was just sublime. I thought the dialogue was incredibly well written. I'm a fan of Fassbinder, so there's just no possible way I won't enjoy the uh, the end of this. So this is one I'm looking forward to completing. Ali Fear Eats the Soul by Fassbinder, who's an incredible filmmaker, just incredible. Another one I haven't seen just yet. Paris is Burning by Jennie Livingston, who I'm not sure her filmography is that big or that popular, but this film was like a documentation of I well, from what I read, obviously like 1980s, yeah, not the 80s, like Black and Latino gay culture in, is it New York? Yeah, New York. And yeah, that culture I respect in the way in like they were just completely genuine individuals, completely genuine in what they, in how they felt, and it seemed to be a culture of much dancing, of much of pure acceptance, I suppose. So this documentation is certainly vital to that culture, and while I'm black. I'm not necessarily gay myself, but I respect the culture enough to want to peek more into other sides of my culture. I also have also have a Marlon Riggs, the Marlon Riggs collection, and I adore his films. And I don't believe he features in any. I don't think he's in this. Um, but so I'm already I've already peaked documentaries of that kind of culture. Adore how they're made, adore how they're documented, adore the culture. So, you know, Paris is Burning. I'm probably gonna like this one. Good friend of mine recommended this to me. Uh, Said it's like her favorite documentary ever. So, uh, I'm excited to watch this. Next one I have seen and adore, The Daytrippers, by Greg Mottola, who was widely known for Superbad, but I really prefer this in every single way, um, just because of its use of showcasing family dynamics in a way that is completely natural and like astute, and I don't even know if satirical is the right word, but it does get quite satirical at certain points. But the cast here is just incredible. Um, it also features my favorite character in any film, Liev Schreiber's Carl, who's this gentleman holding the coffee here, who's like this astute, like intellectual writer fellow who I just love his entire presence on screen, and also won't lie, I I I got like a huge crush on like Parker Posey. So sorry, sorry. I was just saying I got like a huge crush on like Parker Posey. I won't even lie, and yeah, Every, everyone looked good in this movie. I'll just say that. Yeah, so the cast was great, amazing, great, really fun movie. Just about um, this character trying to like find her boyfriend across New York, and it's like they meet different people, and it's just like a great way of showcasing human dynamics. Uh, I mean, you really can't go wrong with this. It's a great comedy. Like it's incredible, actually. It's probably like my second favorite comedy ever. Uh, so Daytrippers, incredible film. Excited to rewatch that. I'm really excited to rewatch that. This next one I've also seen. Um, Ghost Dog: The Way of the Samurai by Jim Jarmusch, who I respect with like the to like almost the near highest degree. Jim Jarmusch is one of the greatest living artists, I feel. Filmmaker, musician, but he is he's incredible. And this is I think this is my first Jarmusch film, and I was in love with it the first time I saw it because I thought it would be like a normal action movie, but it was like just a very calming, very philosophical kind of film, and it was amazing. And the soundtrack by RZA is incredible, of course. RZA is one of the best beat makers of all time. He really he went all out for the soundtrack, but Forest Whitaker also does an incredible job as the main character, and the narration is splendid, and the execution of the action and like the revenge plot was amazing, and everything about it is such a sublime ode to like samurai films culture, more so culture, and like philosophies. So as someone who's into just all of that, Forrest Whitaker, samurai philosophies, human dynamics, everything about that, this film was really perfect for me. So I'm excited to rewatch this one too. I hope to own the soundtrack eventually, one of the best soundtracks of any film. This one also need to complete, was waiting for the DVD to come to complete it, but Lucrecia Martel's La Cienaga, which is an entirely visceral work, again showcasing family dynamics, and one rare film where you can really feel the sense of humidity, where you can really feel cuts, really feel human presences, water flowing, all that naturalistic elements encompassed in such a tightly knit picture. But but you get that feeling really early on, because I haven't even finished this one yet, but I have a huge amount of respect for Miss Martel already. So this is a given. This is already going to become one of my all-time favorites, I know. So La Cienaga. Okay, two more. One I haven't seen and one I have. Rosetta by Luc and Jean-Pierre Dardenne, who I haven't seen this one. Another one I started a little bit of, but was like, nah, let me just get the let me just get the DVD, Another one like a Dumont, like a Bruno Dumont kind of thing, showcasing like human life in particular area, and I'm a big fan of neorealism and like films with a heightened sense of reality, if you couldn't tell. But this one seems like a great something great along those lines. So Rosetta, excited to see. And last but not least of all, Le Havre by Aki Kaurismaki, one of my very favorite films by one of my very favorite filmmakers. He created this perfect capture of humanity. Actually, no, I'm not done yet. I'm just realizing I didn't show the Melvin Van Peebles one yet. Anyway, my bad. But he showcased like a pure sense of humanity. Sorry, realism as well, but more so just dynamics between characters, true helping each other out, true camaraderie, and a sense of care, and a true sense of humanity that's just unmatched. It was almost surprising how good this was and how intimately made it was. Follows this man here, this older gentleman, and he's helping this child escape officers who's led by this man. And it's amazing how him and the rest of his town just inevitably they just help him out, and even actually no, I won't spoil it, but it's a great showcase of humanity, a pure sense of compassion that this showcases, and in the midst, there's a lot of fun stuff in this film. It is considered a comedy, although I don't consider it that. but it is delicately made, very visceral, very intimate, and the acting is superb. It reminds me a lot of Wes Anderson's, kind of like the dryness of it all, but it's elevated because the narrative and the characters are just so much better than any Wes Anderson film I've seen, except maybe Fantastic Mr. Fox, but I don't know. Anyway, great one, Le Havre. And then now we have the last, what I was looking forward to the most again, the Melvin Van Peebles box set, 4 essential films. Incredible. I know Mr. Van Peebles. Well, obviously, I'd always heard about him. I know he was in a music video by a group of that I really admire called Standing on the Corner. He was acting in the video. And then I just kind of, as I was digging into more of his works, this box set was announced. So it was kind of insane how this happened, how this when this came out, like truly at the most beneficial time, and I got it as soon as the sale dropped. Like you wouldn't believe how fast, but it was totally worth it. Like totally worth it. Amazing, an amazing filmmaker, amazing creative. His music is so essential, but his films I haven't seen all of them. So I'll just show them. Don't Play Us Cheap. I think this is a musical. Haven't seen this yet. Sweet Sweetback's Badass Song. It was surprising how I was surprised that this was as experimental as it was. Like I didn't expect it to be so out there, but yeah, I'm glad I own this finally. And it comes with another film, Badass, which is by Mario Van Peebles. I'm excited to see that, but I'm hoping to go in order in terms of the years they were released. So I'll start with what is it? Yeah, Story of a 3-Day Pass. Next up is Watermelon Man. Yeah, I haven't seen this one either. And yeah, Don't Play Us Cheap. Sorry, I mean, Story of a 3-Day Pass I haven't seen. And then the booklet here. So incredible presentation, amazing packaging as usual from these Criterion box sets. I only own 3 box sets so far. I own this one, the Trilogy of Life by Pasolini, and Letters of Fontaines by Costa. So this is definitely my favorite, even though I haven't even seen all the films yet. But I already know I'm gonna enjoy them all. It's Melvin Van Peebles, how can I not? So yeah, that's pretty much me. Like I really went out the sale, and just because I was waiting for these, I didn't get anything from the November sale. And there was a Christmas sale that was happening. I think I missed that too, so I might just chill with Criterions for now. Hopefully someone will get some more for me for Christmas. But as far as getting them myself, like I don't know. I might just chill for like a month maybe. At least till I watch them all. I'm planning on doing like a whole rewatch. So, I'll get some more after that. And maybe I'll go to the mall one of these days. But these are the ones I've got. All these wonderful works to indulge in. Also Touki, Bouki, yeah. So, that's me. Once again, hoping you're all doing incredibly well. Continue to thrive. Strive to do what you want to do. Be genuine. And continue to love. And indulge in all the art or anything you're interested in. I bid you all much wellness and success. Thank you for listening. And yeah, that's me. Peace.